most of America, the people of Massachusetts didn't wait for Vault-Tec to build their luxurious vaults for them. It was obvious to everybody that the vaults were only designed to save a few thousand people from this imminent destruction. The people took things into their own hands. In short, huge city shelters appeared in the biggest towns of the state. In one of those, located under the town of Buffalo, my great-grandparents were lucky to find their shelter. When the atomic blaze settled down and the ashes of the old world were carried away, the doors of our shelter opened up for us to greet the sunlight of the new world. That was the year 2124, the year when Buffalo came back to life. The sight before our ancestors was devastating. Nuclear fire, the exposure to blue flu, and other biological hazards during the Great Pandemic of 2077 did its thing. Around them was nothing but scorched earth and ruins of the old world. But there was still hope. Water purification machines were still working properly, and west of us were the Great Lakes, still filled with much-needed water. This water gave life to Buffalo, and the town became prosperous. Thanks to our purification capabilities, we started selling water to the other settlements and groups of survivors, growing into a big trading hub. The city was growing, prospering on the old ruins. Soon we managed to get electricity back, then hot water became the norm for us. Some of our biologists started growing trees and plants, trying to help nature return to the lands of burned sand and dry winds. Luck was on Buffalo's side until one day. One day when that water that gave us life suddenly brought us death. This unknown disease came to the city together with the water from the Great Lakes. Purification stations couldn't filter the water from the monstrous virus that infected it. We found out too late that it would only die in boiling water. One night, the city woke up to deafening screams and gunshots, the sounds of mass panic and confusion of our people. The disease was already in the town. Those unlucky enough to drink the water that night were turning into monstrous abominations, mindless, bloodthirsty creatures hunting for the fresh meat and warm blood of the people around them. By the time we realized the situation, it was far too late. The city was left without any source of water. Apart from fighting infected, the town's militia forces had to also fight the thirsty, revolting, crazed citizens. The situation was quickly falling into chaos. It was clear that the town wouldn't survive the crisis, and all we could do was ask for help. The mayor of Buffalo, with the remaining forces of Buffalo's militia, radioed for Poseidon, a huge oil tanker that our town paid for transporting goods in and out of Buffalo to the other settlements scattered around the shores of the Great Lakes. When the tanker arrived, most of the city was already either dead or turned. The very few lucky ones managed to escape to the tanker, together with the mayor and bits and pieces of our militia. Buffalo was lost. Our people were doomed to die out. However, the solution to the situation came quickly. It was decided that the remnants of our group would travel to Detroit, the only land in the area around the Great Lakes that still had good soil, green trees, and all the opportunities for us to start anew. I was one of the people saved that day. I was the one who vouched for our exodus to Detroit together with others.
If only we knew back then what awaits us on our path.
Do you still worry about them? You should quit wasting your nerves about the people we sent off to shore. There's just a bunch of old abandoned ruins there. What could possibly go wrong for them?
Fuck it. I am not dying here.